Hi and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my family's January debt totals, so let's get started. All right, so last month, so in the month of December, our grand total of debt was $114,915.08. And for the month of January, our debt totals now stand at $113,354.61. So there was a difference of $1,560 with 47 cents. So let's break it down. Really quickly, if you haven't followed along through all my other videos, my family's current debt situation is that we only have our debt fall into two categories. We have student loans and then we have my car. So let's talk about the student loans. Last month, our student loans were at $99,595 with 7 cents. And for the month of January, we now are at $98,289 with 94 cents. So we made a balance difference of $1,305.13. All right, so in my debt recap video for 2023, one of the predictions that I was making for 2024 was that I was going to pay off my highest interest student loan, which was at 6.35%, but I was anticipating that we were going to pay it off by April. Well, guess what? We actually paid it off in January. So now all our student loans are at an interest rate of 5.75% or lower, which is great. And that does include a 0.25 interest rate decrease. So when you enroll in auto pay, you actually do get an interest rate decrease. So it is 0.25%. And so right now the range of our student loans vary from 3.15% up to the 5.75%. Next, let's talk about my car. I have a 2017 Honda Odyssey, and last month our balance on that car was $15,320 and a penny, and now we are at $15,064.67. So there was a balance difference of $255.34. We are so close to getting it at under 15,000, so we'll definitely be hitting that in the month of February. But nonetheless, for a minivan of that year, that's not a bad balance to have remaining on it. So that is the focus of where we're probably going to try to put our extra debt payments. But also in the month of February, we are getting a new set of tires, and that's going to be almost $800. So instead of being really aggressive towards the car, we are first going to take care of the car, and then we'll start paying off the balance a little bit more. So what is the game plan exactly for February? Well, if you've been following along on my Instagram or on my Facebook, you would know that a couple of things have kind of happened in my life within the past 2 months. So in December, our town, Clarksville, Tennessee, actually had a tornado run through it. And so we were not only off of work, but we did have some family and friends who were affected by the tornado, and therefore we were financially helping out. And so that was an unexpected expense on top of the fact that we were not making as much money because we were shut down for a couple of days because of the tornado. Another thing is that in January, we also received snow. And if you know anything about Clarksville, Tennessee, the slightest bit of snow and everything shuts down. That includes our job. So once again, we were going to not be working. And by doing so, we are getting lower pay than what we were expecting. And that includes also the fact that we had the holidays. Because of all of that, we were already going to be in a slight deficit. Then my geriatric kitty cat, Lilo, gave us a scare. I thought she was going to die, honestly. And it turns out she just has pancreatitis, but to fix all of that was $700 and something. And so it was, again, another unexpected expense. We were able to pay it off, no problem, but that money is now no longer in our cushion. So we as a family decided once again that we are going to continue to make our debt payments. We are going to be slightly aggressive if we can this month, but we are now going to really focus on replenishing those cushions that we had just to make sure that in case life throws us another curveball, we can handle it and not have to rely on credit cards. The other part of our game plan is that because we paid off our highest interest rate for student loans, we are still going to be putting a little bit of money towards the other student loans. As I mentioned in my previous videos, we are on the save plan and we qualified for the year at a 0 payment. So for now, effectively, the interest rate, it doesn't exist. So it's being paid off by the government. So we are going to be making payments as we can, but it's not the focus of where we will be putting any extra debt money. Instead, we are going to be focusing on our car. And the reason reason being is that a car is a depreciating asset. It is going to be worth less the more that I use it, as well as the older that it gets. So for us, it just makes sense to try to pay that off more and quickly if we can. So that way, when we need to trade it in, we still get some of that money back for what we paid for it. So yeah, that's the game plan. I will see you probably in March with my February debt updates. Let me know in the comments below if you find these videos helpful. Also, let me know if you want me to do a spending video where I talk about our monthly expenses and all of that. Some people are interested in that, some people aren't. I am trying to cater to whatever you would like. So just let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.